Alright, so this is going to be my top 5 winners and losers from 2K26 NBA Summer League. They're not necessarily in any order, so number 1 isn't like a bigger winner or a bigger loser than number 5. I'm just listing 5 different people or teams that you're going to see here. But getting started at number 5, starting off with our winner is the Charlotte Hornets. They did win the 2K26 Summer League, so it does make sense for them to be on this list as a team. Also, Con Knipple, KJ Simpson were all Summer League second team members. Liam McNeely was good. Ryan Kalkbrenner was pretty good. They have a lot of really good young guys that stood out in this Summer League. So that shows, that they have a bright future for their team if all of these guys can play even close to how well they played in 2K26 Summer League. Now our loser here is going to be Derek Queen from the New Orleans Pelicans. He didn't play bad at all. He averaged 14 points, 11 boards, 2 assists, and 1 block a game on 44% shooting from the field and 50% from 3. Not bad stats at all there, but he did get injured for about 12 weeks. He's going to be out until NBA preseason starts, so that's obviously not ideal, and that is why he's on here as a loser. It's not because of his play, but just because of his injuries. Number 4 is going to be David Jones Garcia as a winner. He was an undrafted free agent for the Spurs. He was drafted in 2024 in the 2024 draft class, but again, he was undrafted. Played for the Spurs in Summer League this year, and he was amazing. Averaged 22 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 1 steal on 53% shooting from the field, 53% shooting from 3, which was incredible, and then 92% from the free throw line. All Summer League first team, and earned himself a 2-way contract. He played amazing. He should be a potential role player for San Antonio next season. And then a loser is going to be Dalton Knecht for the Lakers. He was 17th overall pick just last season, and he was not good. 10 points, 5 boards, 1 assist on 28, 24, 33 splits. Those are atrocious splits all around. Right? Last year in the Summer League, he averaged 21 points on 42, 39 splits. I don't know how you do drastically worse in your second Summer League than you do in your first Summer League, because you should be improved after having an entire year of NBA experience. But Dalton Knecht looked a lot worse than he did last year. Number 3 is going to be the Utah Jazz, also another team here for our winner. They had a guy like Ace Bailey. He only played in a couple of the Salt Lake City Summer League games, did not play in any Vegas Summer League, but he put up 18.7 boards on 50% shooting, as you can see in this stat here, in one of those Salt Lake City games. He was pretty good there. They also had Cody Williams, averaged 20 points a game in Vegas. Isaiah Collier averaged 14 and 7. Kyle Filipowski, 29 and 8, and was the Summer League MVP. Then they had Walter Clayton, who only played 1 game in Vegas, but he put up 21 points on 40% shooting from 3. So those 5 guys that I listed right there could very well be a starting lineup of the future for Utah, and that is a really, really good sign to see all of their players, all their young guys, having really, really good Summer League seasons. And a loser here is going to be Kaman Maluak for the Phoenix Suns, 10th overall pick just this season. He averaged 10 points, 6 boards, and 1.3 blocks, which are not bad counting stats as it is, but he only shot 36% from the field, 23% from 3, and 44% from the free throw line. He was not a three-point shooter in college, didn't even shoot that much. He has been shooting quite a bit more in Summer League, but he's not shooting them at a better clip. Right, that does lower his field goal percentage a little bit, but still overall 36% is atrocious, and he's still shooting under 50% just from 2s, which is not very good for a 7-foot-tall center. Number 2 here is going to be Naquan Tomlin for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was undrafted in 2024. He played a couple games for them in the regular season last year, but not a whole lot. But he was a stellar Summer League player this year. Averaged 20 points, 8 boards, 2 steals, and 1 block on 50, 33, 86 splits. Was a really, really good player here in Summer League. Did not make a all-Summer League team, but he was still very, very good. And I think he's potentially going to earn a backup center spot here for Cleveland if he does end up playing pretty good and then for them in the preseason. And he's on a 2-way contract, so he's going to get a little bit of time to prove himself. But I think it could legitimately be a backup center for Cleveland this year. And then a loser here is going to be the New York Knicks just for their 3-point shooting. I'm going to show you a couple of guys here, right? They have Kevin McCullough, Marjan Beauchamp, and Tyler Kolek, who are all guys that are going to be on their roster next season, at least on a two-way contract. Some of them even on fully guaranteed contracts, and they all shot atrocious from the three-point line this summer league. Kevin McCullough averaged 22 points a game. That was pretty good, but he only shot 20% from three. Marjan Beauchamp, 15 points on 27% from three. Tyler Kolek had 12 points. He was very inefficient overall and shot only 17% from three. Like, if these guys are going to be legitimate rotation pieces in the regular season, they're going to have to be at least somewhat competent three-point shooters, which they were not in summer league. Moving on from them is going to be number one here, our last guys that we're going to talk about. A winner here is Drew Timme from the Brooklyn Nets. He was undrafted in 2023. He was kind of doing really good towards the end of last season. He got some playing time for the NBA with the Brooklyn Nets, and he had some decent stats, but he was amazing in Summer League. 25 points, 8 boards, 3 assists on 55, 21, 65 splits. Not a great three-point shooter, but still overall a very efficient scorer, shooting 55% and averaging 25 points a game is really good, even if you're not a good three-point shooter, right? He was amazing for Brooklyn. And then our loser here is going to be Baylor Shireman for the Celtics, 30th overall pick just last season. He did have some decent stats here, 12 points, 5 boards, and 7 assists. Really solid counting stats, really good all-around numbers there with those high assist numbers. But he shot 27% from the field and 21% from three. Those are atrocious, right? If he wants to be a rotational piece for Boston next year, which he very well could be considering how the things are going for Boston right now, he's on a standard deal. So he's not even on a two-way contract. He's on a standard NBA contract. So you would assume he has a legitimate shot to be a role player for them, but not if he's going to be shooting as inefficiently as he did here in Summer League. Moving on now, we're going to talk about our All-Summer League teams here. I'm going to move up here so you can see the teams. Second team here was Ron Holland from the Pistons, Isaac Jones from the Kings, Colin Kanipa from the Hornets, AJ Mitchell from the Thunder, and KJ Simpson from the Hornets. And then the first team here is going to be Nick Clifford from the Kings, Kyle Filipowski from the Jazz, who was the Summer League MVP, David Jones-Garcia from the Spurs, Jordan Miller from the Clippers, and Terrence Shannon Jr. from the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then the Charlotte Hornets defeated the Sacramento Kings in the championship game, and Colin Kanipa was the championship game MVP. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check back relatively soon. We're already getting close to the NFL preseason, so I will have some preseason power rankings coming out relatively soon. Yeah, but thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.